Assalamu alaikum gbogbo Èkó fẹ́ dìrà o. Assalamu alaikum gbogbo Èkó fẹ́ dìrà o. Ológbòwò ṣe tiẹ̀ ó péré dédé. Ìsàlẹ̀ òfin ṣe tiẹ̀ ó péré dédé. Ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó ṣe tiẹ̀ ó péré dédé. Ẹ̀pẹ́tẹ̀dó ṣe tiẹ̀ ó péré dédé. Láfíàjì ṣe tiẹ̀ ó péré dédé. Campus ó ṣe tiẹ̀ ó péré dédé. Igi gbogbo níṣòwò ọ̀tọ̀ ní tóbi olóògbòwò ọ̀tọ̀.
My name is Mohammed Wasiu Abiola. They call me Enigma. I am into sale and installation of modern teaching aids. I can say I'm a tech person. But the reason why we are here today is just to, in the last 3 years, even the not too conversant with, people that are not too conversant with our local government, they already know that something has changed for the good. Our mayor has been doing exceptionally well. Now, we gathered ourselves here today, people of substance, to x-ray some of the works and some of the things we have experienced in terms of ease in our LCDA in the last 3 years. I'm being joined by eminent personalities who are going to introduce themselves, as I have done earlier. So,
Honorable Alade Folawiyo, presently essay to the Executive Chairman of Lagos Island East LCDA on general purpose. Here with me is
Honorable Dad Sanfoshe.
I am Oki Aderemi, the Creative Director of Shagatin College Charity Foundation.
thank you so much. You're welcome.
So my name is Layeni Ali, Nigeria Representative on Commonwealth, the Project Manager for Commonwealth Council.
Basically, human beings' attention span is perishable. Doesn't last. Our mind keeps craving for more things. And one thing I've observed about the chairman of Lagos Island East LCDA is that he does all these programs concurrently. I think I gave him one slogan that he doesn't, the end of a program signals the beginning of another one.
Yeah.
That's what he does, always random and spontaneous. He does all these things as if he knows that, okay, if I rest, people will start complaining. So
I need to.
As in, is his own number one critic. I think that's the mindset he came in with, and so far so good in these following areas: education, infrastructure. In fact, somebody yesterday was saying it's like our mayor is trying to compete with Wike when it comes to infrastructure. It was on one of these posts. So from that end, and people do say that like minds are achievers. I believe we are all like minds here.
Yeah.
We have studied, we have lived in this LCDA, and we know what has been going on. In the next couple of minutes, running into maybe an hour plus, we'll be x-raying some of the things our mayor has done. Mr. Layeni Ali, who can give us some of the things you've observed from your own point.
To start with, Honorable Muibi Alade Folawiyo have been wonderful over the years, 3 years now, since he has been inaugurated as the chairman of Lagos Island East LCDA, and he has done so many things for us in Lagos Island East LCDA. So one of the things that we need to point out from my own angle is more or less like the National Youth Council. I'll be speaking on youth space, which is the bringing together some of the structures that we have in the National Youth Council. Over the years, we don't used to have executive member in Lagos Island East LCDA, whereas other local government used to have. And we had issues that linger for like years, which we tried to meet him. There are factional youth organization, youth bodies, youth interest, and all of that. But we try to harmonize everyone together in order for us to bring this NYSC in place, which we presently have. And 2 days ago also, first of its kind, in many years back, we are able to have some of the young persons on the island to be part of the bursary committee that is ready to pay some of our students in our institution, maybe the less privileged one or the ones that are unable to meet up the financial needs to be in school. So this is an opportunity for some of the young people. This is what we've not seen in the past, and he is trying to bring that on board. So for the NYSCN, we now have youth body on the island. We have the unity, we have the synergy, we have the solidarity of some of our young people, whereby in the past we don't have such a thing. So I think the chairman is doing a lot when it comes to youth development, and he is ready, based on the conversation we've been having with him. He is ready to also pick up some things like youth empowerment when it comes to the vocational center, and he is also ready to help some of our youth with student grant and all of that. This is the conversation that we've been having with him, and we hope and we pray that God in His infinite mercy continue to grant him good health and the strength to continue to do good work.
Thank you so much for that wonderful delivery. But I want to ask you one very important question. How is the youth space now that the chairman has meddled in your matters? How is the youth space now? How are they? Are they taking it in good stride?
Absolutely. We usually have in the past whereby when it comes to like involving some of the young people in government or in governance rather. So we usually have this division whenever the chairman or the person at the end of affairs try to pick someone from the youth space. So there are a lot of divisions, a lot of disunity among the youth whereby we don't have a voice. But since the inception of this government, we've been able to bring different structure, different people with different youth with different ideology, with diverse opinion together to come on the round table to have discussion. I could recall also that one of the things that he did as a leader, which I usually credit him for, is when we want to do more or less like the composition of the NYSCN structure. There are some elements, there are some people also which also belong to the youth space that try as much as possible to take matter that relate to Lagos Island East to other places to conclude on. And they brought a list also then. And some of us also stood that this is not going to count, and we are not going to allow this fly. And what he did exactly is that I myself tried to message the chairman that this is something that we've been trying to galvanize use strength and everyone together for us to have unity and have a youth body on the island, but try to call everyone on the round table for us to have discussion around it. And he did that. He called all of us. What is the diverse opinion, or what is the difference that you guys have? And we try to harmonize whereby we have this structure in place. And since then, they've been doing a lot of things. They've been involved in the community market. They've been involved in some of the other projects that the local government is doing. And I hope that this is someone that even the youth populations also try as much as possible to credit. So when it comes to youth empowerment, also the community market is more or less like one of its kind, that even the state government and the state government rather is trying to adopt and try to recoin the name to Onyepo. So this is an initiative that the chairman tried to start, and it's a good one that our local government is now a reference point, whereby the state government is also trying as much as possible to pick something from here, then taking it to the in order to reach other side of other areas of the state, and to also touch some of the less privileged that are in need of all of these opportunities and all of these opportunities.
So in other words, sorry. So in other words, I am so happy I'm hearing for the first time you are in NYCN. He didn't influence you guys like I want this person. You made it your decision.
Absolutely.
What you don't, you was just maybe there like, okay, let me just make sure I'm moderating. Let me see how things work. So he actually gave like pick whoever you want.
I could also recall that during the period of harmonization, I think some of us were not around that day. So what he did majorly was that he tried to
person is not around.
He tried to delegate some of his appointees. Like the deputy chief of staff was there, and the super for youth was also there to try and bring that synergy among us. Then aftermath, when we went to him that this is our resolution also, he tried to even some of those people, he tried to ask everyone that, are you okay with this? Are you okay with that? Then we tried to come to a point of equilibrium whereby we agree on something. So, and that has been progressive over.
I was able to pick that this is a leader who is accessible, who is not somebody that would just say this is what I want.
Yeah.
That's because politicians are very funny people. They have
outcome.
Yeah, they are very funny people. I'm also a politician. But politicians are funny in the sense that so many of the elite in politics, they are double-faced people. When they are looking for votes, they are always sober and very gentle. You can even abuse them, they won't talk.
Yeah.
Once they get the power, they transform into something else. Now the accessibility becomes an issue.
Yeah.
It becomes
You don't
scarce.
see them.
It becomes scarce.
Now, one of the things he did was to be accessible. He didn't all of a sudden start living in Magodo.
Yeah.
He didn't all of a sudden start living in Lekki.
Where you can't get access to him.
So he brought governance to the people. If you want to see chairman as a Lagos Island person, within 3, 4, 5 hours, you would know where to see
Yeah,
him.
definitely.
Except if you are not politically aware. Even if you are not politically aware,
You can even
his governance touches you one way or the other.
Yeah, directly or indirectly.
Yeah, he's just like that. Like he's involved in every space. He's a workaholic. He doesn't rest.
And you can find it
I do
anywhere.
say. And let me now tell you one very funny story before we move on to the next thing. When the primary election was about to take place, I know some of the people that were jostling for the same seat with him.
Okay.
I know Honorable Sholakiwa, who is the SA on transport now. I know some other people too. He was the least popular to me. He was the least popular of all of them.
Then.
So when he emerged, normally I'm an APC person, so whatever the party does, I align with. Because this governance, once we have crossed that primary stage, it becomes governance after the general election.
Everybody needs to.
So we need to put our hands together. So I was now watching the first 6 months. He was doing some things. I just said, okay, maybe this guy just won't come do it done for us. Like you go, but he kept on. He was waxing stronger by the day.
Back to back.
Like
Back to
giving
back.
us bam bam.
Yeah,
Like
back to back.
wow, what is this guy? What is he doing? Like and he has this kind of calm demeanor. Like he doesn't strike you like somebody who would do all those things.
Yeah.
He became like, what is living in that? There are some people till today that still don't believe that he's the one churning out this kind of massive performances. Like it's still, they are still caught unawares. Like they didn't expect it.
To buttress what you said, the governor of this state made that statement that he was disappointed positively.
Right.
Because he never imagined he could pull all what he's pulling. Talking of infrastructure, what he has done in this local government, just permit me to list
some of the things, yeah.
Some of it. Because if I should list everything, if I should say everything out, we might spend the whole day.
You exhaust every other person's time.
Construction of Sangros Market. I knew Sangros Market has been down for several years.
Close to 10 years.
Yes, that has not been able to be constructed. But even by the past chairman of this local government. But when he emerged, that was part of the first
set of things he did.
He did. Ebute Level Market, rehabilitation of Koilo Street, Atiko, Cow Lane, Oli, Joseph by Tokumbo. This present Tokumbo now, from Tokumbo down to Freeman. That is one of another major infrastructure in Lagos Island as we speak now. Because a lot of people are happy about that. Some people have been looking towards that road. Because considering how that road is one of the major roads.
It's like a nucleus, like
Lagos Island that leads to several streets. Most civil servants, most people working on the Lagos Island that needs to link the Tomeland Bridge. Those are one of the roads that they need to ply on to link them to the Tomeland Bridge. Renovation of building of the Legislative Council, as we have now, we have Legislative Council built from scratch by the present administration. Same thing, new council offices. We also have a building of council flat, 48 units of 2-bedroom flat at Sura, as we are speaking. Building of council administrative block, building of LCDA, Lagos Island East LCDA chapel, mosque, customary court.
Event hall.
Yeah, building of 300-seater event hall at Sapas as we speak. Construction of Lewis Street as we speak. He was also the one that rebuilt the INEC office at Sura.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which is now the Lagos Central Senatorial District of
Let
INEC.
me chip in something there. No matter how much you think you know Muibi Alade Folawiyo, once they start reeling out some of his achievements, there must be some that you wouldn't know.
Yes.
That's how shocking it is.
Because particularly if you don't have a business on the street, he's actually doing something. So when you now hear it, you now know.
So he has done, because there was one day like that. I was with him. I went to have a meeting with him. I was in company with one of our honorables.
Okay.
He now said, you know, we have 2 schools now that we are building another one. That one now said, we have another school. He said, where?
In Lagos Island.
He asked him, where? He said, Itafaji. I never knew about that one. And these are the people that are at the helm of affairs, like they are up there with him. There's nowhere you mention his name that once they start reeling out his achievements, there must be something you haven't heard.
He's in every sector.
So, if you look at it from the infrastructure angle, which Honorable has just said, you balance it up with educational, I feel a very cool environment where we have a standard library. He built that also because in Lagos Island during our old days when we were in primary and secondary schools, we take education as our priority. But nowadays we don't really have accessibility to libraries and stuff. So he said he wants such things to come back to reality. So he came up with the library, and I feel majority of these kids across board are in acquaintance with it. They go there often. In fact, some of our guys that are abroad in schools that are done schooling, that need to do research and stuff, they also go into there for that. So for me not to just...
Interestingly, this is one of the appendages of the library.
For me not to beat around the bush, you see, initially from onset, whenever I have the opportunity, the privilege to speak at any gathering, I always let people understand that there is a definition I gave to him personally, that is the least expected. So the reason I call him the least expected is because if you could remember when he was contesting for the chairman during the primaries, there is this slogan in everybody's mouth, like he's not educated. But I want you to understand that the value of this education that we're talking about, Muibi Alade himself had he took it upon himself, like his priority.
Yeah.
Now, that primary school you were talking about, that we have at Takwa Street, that we also have the second phase now that I said in Tafaji. You see, the process of employing teachers to lecture, to teach in that primary school, if I take you through the process, it's just like you want to hire a lecturer into a university.
Wow.
Top notch.
Wow.
See,
Yeah.
the person, the HM, the head of department, that is the
Whom
HM.
I've met once.
Yes.
I've met her
Of
once.
that school, if you should assess her and try to like filter what she has upstairs, you'll understand the future of our tomorrow in these children is extremely bright. True, maybe, because the concept he has for education is quite different from what we here has. There's this event. You know how politicians behave. Like, not just politicians anyway.
Nigerians.
Nigerians. Once you have a concept that is new, that you've not done internationally, a lot of people will not see the vision the same way you are seeing it. They'll think from another perspective. Imagine we met with Muibi for the first time, explaining to him that there's an event coming up on island. You will know when we were growing up, there are a series of debate competition, quiz competitions that we need to attend. And before that, I could remember it was in 2021 or 2022 that he had his election. If not
2021.
2022, it was the SLG. 2020, sorry, it was the
2020, a year before, yeah.
Yes. I met Muibi Alade. I said, this is it. He said, anytime I sit down on my own and I recall that statement, it gives me joy and motivates me. He said, they are my children. We have this collaborative Children's Day event.
Okay.
In fact, a lot of people said they've not seen such on the island. Like, how do you intend to go about it? I said, this is the first of the kind I will do it. I met with him and I discussed with him. He said he's going to do something different from everyone. He said he needs children of his own local government to be identified, that he's going to sow a direct for those kids to participate
In the program.
Yes. And I was like, me, boy, he said, forget, I'm telling you, which he did. In fact, he got tickets as much as 300 and he spread it across board. We have other people that did that also.
Any child that benefits from such gesture, you never forget.
Now, that is just one of what I want to break down.
No.
Okay. When I met with him, I said, bro, we have a debate competition coming up. And I tried explaining to him that this is what the debate is all about. This is the event. This is how it's going to influence the children of Lagos Island. He said, what do you want? What do you need? How do you think we can balance it up? I said, okay, we would come up with a debate competition and we'll see how we will now make it. What does these children like? They love football. Let's now bring it up like the Lagos Island Interpublic Schools Debate Champions League. You see, those kids are not interested in all the stories from the beginning.
But the Champions League.
But you see that Champions League at the back of it, they love it.
Very catchy.
See, the event it ran for 6 weeks. And if I tell you free of charge that Muibi Alade, the chairs, over 200 chairs, over 15 dozens of chairs per day is being provided by him. He provides refreshments, prizes for all these kids. He even came to influence them that, see, I'm accessible, I'm your chairman, you are my children. See, let's bring this scenario into a family of 4.
Okay.
The father motivates us, our fathers, they motivate us that forget, you would get to anywhere you want to get to. I am behind you. You would have that confidence in you that
all the way.
I would do anything
To go all the way.
to get to where I want to get to. That is what he has built in those kids. See, that is another part. He does spelling bee. The same spelling bee Senator Nuremi Tinubu initiated.
First lady.
And he told me that Shamadin, see, let me tell you, You and Lion, you are going to do that program, that debate we are doing. The winner. I'm telling you, see this thing, that day that I said it, I think Lion himself did not even decode it. He said, we want the winners of that competition to be a day chairman.
Wow. Wow.
No, you don't understand. We have a day governor, right?
Yeah.
And he said, it's not like this is like a state on its own.
Wow.
Like whatever, it doesn't have a competitor. Like local government, no. He wants to bring it up like, okay, I can do more than what you feel
I can. What you don't even think I can.
Yeah. So when he told me that, he came up with that. So the spelling bee competition that they did, they always do it very close to the local government. In fact, all the students themselves, that day I just did it at random. That segment of the program was anchored by the council leader. Okay. He said, in fact I was surprised. What's the name of? Can't tell me. And what's the name of the local government chairman?
One of the questions.
Yes. If you see children, if I show you the video, you will be surprised. Those children were just giving different
names,
things that they've seen. This is not like a parent influenced them.
Yeah.
What they are
it
seeing.
Is what they are seeing.
What they know.
Don't forget, he came up with something. Initially, we don't have, during Jack on Day and all that, we have buses that pick you up from whatever places.
Yeah.
We have, he came up with 10 buses to pick children up at series of locations to their schools.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, they will go back. See, number one, let me tell you, this has, it creates a job for those that are unemployed. That's one. Now, it reduces the level at which congestion of children and the security of these kids. In fact, let me tell you, those children, they don't mind laughing themselves. 1 million on a seat.
Yeah.
They don't care. See, let us leave politics
And it
aside.
also bones them.
Yeah.
You know, let's leave politics aside. Let's stay with the reality. In fact, this guy, I'm waiting for somebody who wants to say he's not the best man for the job. To me, if I'm given the opportunity to say he should run for 5 terms, I'll give it.
Interestingly, the constitution will say no to you.
Exactly.
But then, from all these things you are reading, something struck me. The boss thing, going to learn, no matter how cozy or how conducive your learning environment is, if you experience stress while going there, then you might not be at your optimal level.
Definitely.
Especially early in the morning, when waking up, setting up and up. Now he has been able to erase that stress of having to go through the public, because then everybody knows that economically now there are challenges because of the policies.
He has helped parents.
Now he has helped parents to expunge that, at least
the expenses.
No.
So now he has been able to take that out for the parents. And I have the feeling that some of our parents, this is my feeling, I've not interviewed anyone about it. Some of the parents, or a large number of the parents, they are at ease with this present chairman.
Let me
the aura, you see it that there is this natural calmness on the island.
Let me buttress what
It's
you are
calm.
saying. When the chairman wanted to initiate this boss of a thing, the analysis he gave then was, just to buttress what you said, in a family of 6, where I have about 4 kids, then I can remember vividly that day he was saying, okay, Obalende is 200 naira. Sure you understand? Per child. Sure you understand? Okay, I have 4 kids. One going to Osborne, one going to, sure you understand? Okay, I have to watch out 800 naira in the morning. While coming back another 800 on transportation alone. So if he can just save that 1,600 for that family for that one day, it will do something else. Because I remember he did an analysis before he could say, okay, let's do this to help the family. There is no home that those children will come out from every day. If I'm one of the moderators of this boss this thing, I'm always there. in the morning and in the afternoon. When you seal them, we're always with them. Even at our own expenses, we buy them pure water. There's a woman selling pure water where we stand every afternoon. Okay, madam, please give them pure. Even when they come, now when they come in the afternoon, they want to ask for that pure water. They want to ask for that pure. Okay, oh, sir, we want to drink water.
You're not giving us water. They know someone will tell you you've not given us water today.
So we will be forced. All these are on our own because we have the derived joy. We are happy doing that thing. Like, okay, we are going to school stress-free, coming back stress-free. So there's, even if you interview those kids, they will tell you they want Muibi Alade because they haven't enjoyed that for a long time.
Excuse me, sorry. We are actually running out of time. You know, we have limited time. Governance, I'm coming there. Governance stands on a three-legged chair.
Yes.
The populace, the political class, and the civil servant.
Yeah.
Now, of all these three arms,
The tripod system.
the most difficult to deal with are the politicians. You know why? Politicians that are not in office, that maybe they've occupied office before, or maybe they have not even
But they are
occupied.
politicians.
But they are politicians because you don't need any qualification to become a politician.
You need
So
to be
that
a
is
politician.
no.
You're
to
talking
be-
about those catchments. Yeah, okay.
So anybody who calls himself politician, you find all sort of people there.
Yes, definitely.
The unscrupulous, everybody.
Yes.
That is why, for a public office holder, they are the most difficult to deal with. How has he fared, Honorable Hidayat? How do you think he has fared?
Thank you. Let me pick from there. You see, politicians, we are different breeds, just like you have said.
Yeah.
But you know what wowed me in Honorable Wing? And I'm not surprised, I'm not wowed.
Okay.
I'm a former councillor, a two-term councillor. When we came in, he had done it first time, so we were together in the second term. That was our first time. The calmness you say is bringing to Lagos Island is a stabilizer. That's one thing I know about him. Over the years,
I've always had it.
he's a stabilizer. Let's say we have issues. We've been looking like, what's going to happen? You see, like, where everybody's going AY and all of that. When we're in a meeting with the chairman and all of that, maybe we'd allow everybody. You have chipped in whatever you want to say. You said. You see, the words he would now bring out, it will calm nerves. So, I am not surprised that Pepe has done so well. Ask me why I'm not surprised. The legislators are not feeling cheated. He has balanced that equation amongst them. Aside the main library we have here, the main chambers we have in City Hall, that's the biggest one that we have in City Hall. Somebody should go into SAPAS and see what he is putting up there in terms of the legislative building. Because as councillors, our land issue and all of that, limited office spaces, they just have common room at times and it's not conducive enough. But the person that wants to, the stress that comes with politicking, people don't understand who councillor is, who chairman is, they just want to see this politician. What he's putting up, he's now telling the legislators, these are your duties, bylaws. Hardly could you see in any local government where they will sign bylaws. They don't even understand what is bylaws. But coming from that background of being a legislator himself, he appreciates the value of bylaws. Then when I say formulate these laws, let's have our own laws as a local government, which is the main primary duty of legislators as councillors. Let's put it that way. He hasn't done that alone. I have not heard the councillors and the chairman they are having issues because he makes them function. As a chairman, if he wants to go to any ward, this I can say, the councillor must be present. It doesn't mean that you can't go alone. But like other chairmen that they want to have the whole show to themselves, they want to be there alone and all of that. Madam Councillor, you be the one to receive us in your ward, or we are coming to your ward to so program. You know the moral booster that is for those councillors. You know what it gives them, a sense of belonging. And I'm a councillor going into my ward. You now said, among the politicians, he has been able to balance. Pepe has over 100 SSAs and SAs. That's unprecedented. I don't know any local government where they have it.
No.
Me, I have not seen it.
I have not yet.
Even the state government, I don't know if we have the luxury of that number. I'm not sure they are up to 50s. Our 5 cabinet members, I am not sure His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State has 50 SSAs. So you now wonder, like, they have remunerations, they have what they take home. If he can take that fund, he's putting on 100 people and take it, nobody's going to ask him.
Definitely. Nobody.
You don't understand?
Definitely.
Nobody's going to ask him. He is ever conscious and he knows what he's doing. But I have always admired him as a politician, and I tell people this. When people say, do you know what? It started from the scratch. And that has always been my advocation for Lagos Island East LCDA, or Lagos Island as a whole. I'll tell you, don't bring trial and error. If I see charlatans say they want to become chairman of local government, I'll tell you what it entails to be a chairman. If you don't learn, you will go there, you go and make mistakes. So I'm seeing Pepe as somebody that had his own blueprint. He had his eyes on the ball. He knew where he was going.
He was nurtured by the system.
He learned from the best of hands. If your mentor is Honorable
Raouf Balogun.
Arif
Balogun.
Of blessed memory.
You don't understand? If that is your mentor, what do you want to expect from that person?
Excellent.
If somebody looks on to the likes of them, Prince Olusi, these are early legislators. They've had their marks and they're excelling up till today, even in their age. You as a young person, aside from Gen Z body and all of that, you still want to go and learn from those people. So if they train someone, what do you expect of that person?
Experience is coming.
So is it putting a love into every sector? I had a discussion with somebody. People can put figures to how the subsidy market he does.
No.
But I can put it that he's subsidizing with over 40 million naira. Local government chairman that has even come to we want to learn how he does this thing. They ran back. If somebody is putting 40 million monthly into market subsidy.
And now on the 17th edition.
1 to 17. 1 to 17 is massive. You understand? So I told somebody, and when I have discussion with him, I said, okay, Manuel, I'm ashamed. This is the reason why we are here. The state government is trying. The least we need to do on our own as a responsible government is to help. You don't understand? Is to bridge that gap. If the governor is having, provisions for 10,000 Lagosians,
okay. If
we divide it by 20, how many is coming to my local government? So if I had XX amount again, it's going to increase that number. It now brings us to, I'll now tell people that our party, the APC, God forbid, they will be going against the community, against Lagos Island East people. We politicians, we are not, our numbers is limited to the number of people we have in the local government. We will be going against the community, even if we say, we are not using paper, we want to do our own abracadabra. The community will be against us. You don't understand? The community will tell us, no. If we have given your party opportunity and you want to misuse it, we'll take it up somewhere else. That's what I tell people. I don't like, is it that much? I'll say no. This is daylight, This is what we see. This is not the normal charade.
If it goes to another party, people are ready to go.
So you understand?
That limelight is there already.
Another thing is that look at how Pepe have been able to drive PPP arrangements, public-private partnership. Look at what we have at Sura Health Center. So I'm going to be talking on health. Then I'm going to bring in incorporating how it has also influenced private sector into that particular arrangement of health. So the first thing is that look at the Sura Health Center that we have there. We used to have a bungalow building there, whereby whenever you go there at times, there is no drug, there is no health practitioner to attend to you and all of that, no space. And within a blink of an eye, he has been able to bring something up. And he also did something concerning the Sura Health Center. He tried to bring more or less like free eye test through Shell, which is more or less like a public-private arrangement. So look at the one he did for Anikotamo Health Center also. Yeah. So I don't think we have any.
Those Anikotamo was built in the first 100 days.
100 days, yes. So look at the Anikotamo Health Center also. We now have solar and some medical equipment there also, which is also public-private arrangements. So look at the Petty that we don't usually think that something structural.
He has idea of all this. What's the things that are found at each location?
Yeah, absolutely.
He said, because when I interviewed him, when I engaged him in a conversation, he said, when you talk about Idumari, yes, he said there used to be an health center there before. So now I can tell you that there's an equipment in that health center that you cannot find in Lagos State.
Wow. And to also add to that, look at the Sura Health Center also. Sura Health Center is more or less like the standard of like general hospital. There's no primary center in Lagos that you go to that you have free, that you are going to have more or less like physicians and all of these things, like the dentists and all of that. So
ANT
is more or less like all in one.
In fact, when the first lady came to Sura, you know she's a doctor. In fact, she was impressed when she saw that equipment. You know,
First Lady of Lagos.
Yes, First Lady of Lagos. You see, majority of people would not know the value of those equipments. Only we that work in the health sector. When you see those equipment, you will know that this one. In fact, I don't think we have it in St. Nicholas.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know the interesting part about the community market that you spoke about? The interesting part of it is, it does not buy goods from companies. He empowers markets, those that sell
those goods in Lagos Island.
Yeah. So this is another form of empowerment.
He empowers them.
There is a model we are trying to bring in place. I and some other persons, and we call that model, that policy rather, 2 kilometer rule. 2 kilometer rule means that you need to patronize people within the 2 kilometer radius of your environment. So I think without even implementing that policy, the present chairman is already doing something similar.
Oh, yes, only and it's solely for people. It is only people within Lagos Island.
Let me show you. There was a day a woman that was selling one of these products that came around to his office. The man called it. He had done his survey on his own because I know him very well. You would think he's not a chairman that sits down. Yes, he's not a chairman that sits down in the office. You see that scooter, he can go anywhere.
Move around.
Now, whenever the woman came around, he said, "How much do you want to sell this good at work for us?" He said, the woman said, "This is how much." He told the woman that, "I want to help you, help yourself." People are kind of, they are dubious, they are difficult to handle.
Yeah,
very difficult to
Most
deal
people
with.
feel whenever they deal with politicians, they want to embezzle.
Yeah,
They will tell you.
So difficult to rule over people, especially Nigerians.
They will
Over
tell you,
100%.
Even Yaradua, with good luck, he messed up.
Now he said, he said, "I want to help you." That day I was looking at Kenny Chairman's son. What he said was, "This is the amount they sell it from the company. If you are the third chain to buy this product, you should not sell it more than 6,000." The woman was shocked. He said, "See, the amount you call for, this is the gain you are making on it."
Wow.
I was like, "Come on, bro, what's happening? Are you a chairman or?"
No, you can't expect it. You can't expect.
When I got to Surulere,
You did your own study.
I told the members of those local governments, I said, "My chairman sells Indomie for 1,500. They said,
That's unbelievable.
"Please help me out. Give us." I said, "Take what?"
Even putting pepper on a scale of SDGs, like the 70 SDGs that we have, trying to look at the indicators and all of those.
What has it touched? What has it not touched?
He has been able to touch almost everything. Look at the one,
everything,
which is zero hunger. Look at the community market. He's related to that.
He's a man.
Look at Go3 when it comes to health and well-being. He's doing something on that. Look at education when it comes to free school package for students and all of that, then free education also. Like he's doing something majorly on
I think
some of the SDGs, and these are the yardstick that even professionals and all of these political commentators
the
use.
moderator, the moderator said something earlier that when you have a chairman, accessibility. Still one of the chairmen, he has not changed his address. I'm not sure he has not changed his residential address. And his residential address, you can't see a security man even in front of it. I'm always wow.
Does it work
If I need to see the chairperson at times that I'll go, you can just open the gates like this.
No lock.
You don't understand? That again shows us, and a leader told me that while I was contesting as a councillor, the leader said, I am going to take one word from you. Don't bring anything to my house. Don't come and give me anything. The leader, as a matter of fact, gives me money. Then I said, you have the trust of the people. Your years that you will be serving as a chancellor, you must remain in your house.
Oh.
Why I will support you, if you change your residential address, it must still be within your ward. At most, within your local government. People are giving you a trust. So if you move away,
you're running away with that trust.
You have broken down their trust. You understand? So Pepe is really putting that in. You now see among the civil servants. Civil servants don't like politicians. But when they come to Pepe, it celebrates retirees within the local government system. It makes them feel you're part of the government. You are the tool. You don't understand? We are just politicians, but you drive our policies.
Yeah.
When we sit down together, it celebrates them. You will see no year elections in other local government. It would be by fire, by force, because the chairman wants to impose somebody. But he won't do that. Pepe will tell you, it's your business. Ours is down to your wahala. Do whatever you want to do. Whoever you all choose this, it's none of my business.
Yeah.
Same amongst the artisans. Is it the disabled, people with disability? Is it the way it brings them into governance? Is it the aids it gives to them?
And another thing, which is a very, very important thing. We are all members of the APC. We have different factions.
Yeah.
Network, GF, whatever.
Mandates.
All these people are well represented
In his government. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's true.
He picked from everywhere.
That's true.
A bit of this. Now, a natural ability without education.
He's educated. People.
No. I'm going somewhere. There are people that once you see them, they strike you as education, like the epitome of education. What Pepe is doing is not the intellectuality thing. He's doing everything all together. He's an intellectual. He's a mathematician. He's a street person. He's a smart person.
He's a doctor.
He's everything.
He
in one.
passed everything.
What I'm looking at, beyond his 8 years, may God spare our lives.
Amen.
Beyond his 8 years, I want him to remain, because it's like a rallying point now.
No, of course.
Nobody wants to pick up any fight.
No.
I know.
Even nothing is being heated in the polity. Everybody is
Even the aged one, he celebrates the aged one.
Absolutely.
He's just like it's a blessing to us.
Share your understanding.
Have you ever since we have Lagos Island local government now, there are some set of employees that they have that are not full staff of the
Contract staff.
They are contract staff. Have you seen the payment process? Have you witnessed it? See, initially, the former local government chairman would assign account officers. See, in governance, it's so difficult for you to identify each member of your staff, your employees. Like, I know you, this is where you work. I know you. He has over 100 of contract staff under him.
Wow.
And I would not like to. Pepe will tell you where you work and where you are. Now, during payments, he sits down himself in that hall. He will come in one after the other. Yes, he's the one that will pay you directly, not as if he would assign somebody to pay you. So if you don't come to work, Pepe knows how to track you. He knows where you work. In fact, if he did not know you, he will ask you questions. Next time he wants to see
I also learned that there are some aged people around that are not even politicians, but they are voters, they vote. Somebody told me that there are people, they call them beneficiaries or something that gives stipend.
It goes indoor to meet them.
Yeah.
He goes indoor to meet them. He won't ask. He doesn't ask politicians to do that for him.
Under the radar.
He just know them. This is an agent.
In fact, gave somebody, I was angry, like they
Man
gave,
of the year.
yeah, man of the, and he's a
We know
local,
our man of the year.
he's a local government chairman.
He's not man of the year.
I said, come.
Which man of the
Let
year?
us see the criteria of
What
picking
criteria?
which yeah, let's see what the yardstick that made
You
them
them
so
was man of the year.
are you minding me? I said number one, forget.
Let me tell you what.
In fact, number one, number two, I was like, bring them on board.
No.
Stand. Let's
The
go.
people they
One,
gave the
Limu.
man of the year award to, vis-a-vis this local government ratings, they know they are not the man of the year. You know,
Not the real man.
they know it themselves. Because for me, and this is the truth. This is the truth. You know, politicians, we stir up what is not. So I'll tell anybody, I'll take your money to the bank and go and buy shares rather than invest it that you want to aspire with Pepe. For me, nobody has come to me, but if anybody is even coming to me, I see that person, maybe that person is the joker. Because that will be the greatest joke of the year. For me, I already endorsed him maybe a long time ago for a second time.
Obviously.
And when I speak to people, they'll just say, Ken, do you know what, let me school you in case you don't know. So now, people are not even calling out our local government for wrongdoings. Because if you want to face you want to go against the laid down rules and regulations and laws. Pepe himself, Pepe is ready
look at the
to
NSAS,
face
for
you.
instance. When people are attacking other local government structures and all of that, so when they get to what they call it, Marina, Ajele, they will need to even touch anything or destroy.
He was still the SLG then, and even as the SLG, he was in charge of
everything.
Same people. He was even he was the foreman.
Absolutely.
In that government.
Look at the arts and also the vocational school, the vocational center that we have there. So yes, we used to have more or less like a structure that is not good to see.
Yeah.
So before,
Not
a befitting one. So when people got there, they tried to re-engineer the place. They usually have graduation equipment for startup equipment for all of these young persons that graduate from the center. And he also tells us that he's going to be doing more of that. So it's something that
like they did the 13th edition of that graduation.
of that
No, the graduation
If you have
so he's trying to develop a tripod system now, whereby because some of these people that graduate from that school, some of them don't have the local government don't have the capacity to give them, to empower them and to give them all of these startups kids. So he said he's going to be meeting the House of Representative member and House of Assembly member. So whenever they want to have the graduation, to be more or less like a mega one, whereby everyone is going to get something to start with. And he is also working, as I know we've had a conversation that we are going to be having like fashion hub. So what this fashion hub is going to be doing is that
like an exhibition.
No, not an exhibition. People, fashion graduates or people, fashion designers, they are going to be coming to that particular place. When you want to sew anything, you come there, maybe you buy time for 1 hour. There will be machines and all of that. Then you pay for this thing, you pay for like services, then you do everything there. So you don't have the headache of saying, I don't have 1 million to get the job and all of that. So that is something that we are both working on.
It's like model of old
this thing.
I can rent this place
for an hour and all of that.
Just need to just pay for that 1 hour or 2 hours.
It's a model
I need to.
Cyber cafe.
It's a model already. Pitched to him.
Then you go there and
I already pitched that model to him. I know that for Lagos Island, I think the only logical kind of vocational skills that you need that office, you need that space to work. It's fashion. You know, when it comes to barbing and all of that, when you get your clipper, you can go to one corner.
Let's prepare our parting shot. But before we prepare our parting shot, I think we are going to do this one more time, at least one more time. This is just extra to explain the last 3 years.
Absolutely.
This is the last lap of the first 10. So the next one we are going to do is what to look forward to, because we need to work people's appetite on what to expect. All these things are still in the offing. They are going to materialize within the next 1 year. Overlapping into
The 4th year.
the 4th year, then the
The
second
new
term by the grace of God. So let's give our parting shot term. We'll see some other time. Like
So what I would say is, you know, I know Pepe has a very his vision for Lagos Islanders, like Lagos Island East, is very is robust.
yeah.
Sincerely,
That's the word.
he said something, and he told me, he said, regardless east or west, what do you think we can do for our people? Don't let me lie to you. This market that you're talking about is not only Lagos Island East members that are coming.
People come from other local governments.
In fact, people come from Surulere to buy it. So what I just want him to say is, what I want to tell, what I would advise Pepe. I know Pepe is just like Yoruba people will tell you that kini kan kin sun, ko kin gbe, orisun kini kan gbe. You understand? No, as in orisun omi abi won ti abi won ti kan gbe. That's who Pepe is. Like, you just feel I man wo pe se yan kan pa ton lulu fún alaye ni. You just feel just come out there. And he said he doesn't sleep.
He doesn't.
I'm telling you, he does not sleep. That day that he told me to my face that no, he's soon. But you know that I said, Shefe Pami, me soon, time to take it like this time now. That evening, he said, Timo soon, she expect him ban. Oh yeah, let's do what you have to do. Yeah.
And from that end, they might not be able to sleep again.
So I just want to advise him, like, let him. God will give him the strength to do more. We just hope we pray for him to have a bigger picture and of Lagos Island in general.
Okay, so let me round up by saying he is more or less our development messiah that we have on the island, and I want to encourage him to also continue to think big and to try as much as possible to maintain his think tank. So I know there are some people that surround him that they think all of these initiatives together. So you should try as much as possible to maintain them, and also try as much as possible to also bring some other person in who also think like which like their thoughts also align with some of the things he's trying to do. So that's my own final notes.
Fine. From Honorable Debo.
I would say, when I met with him, he said that he hasn't done anything. That this is the first time he hasn't done anything, which I know he has a lot to unfold in the second time. So I just want to pray to the Almighty to give him strength, because he's a workaholic person. So we pray to the Almighty to give him strength, long life, sound vitality. Sure, you understand? For him, an open mind, for him to be able to have that energy to unfold all what he has for us. So to me, I endorse Pepe for the second time, and for as many times we the Lagos Islanders want him to come, I endorse Pepe for the second time.
Thank you so much.
For me, I want to say thank you to the party for giving us Pepe, and we're looking forward to having him another time, and he should keep up the good work. We're so proud of him. Yeah,
Thank you.
Now, thank you so much, everybody. I have two things to say. It is not easy. You are never going to win without good team players, but you can lose with them. Make up. You can never win without good team players, but you can lose with them. Make up, that's what you can. Secondly, I've always been a fan of Pepe. I've always been a fan of any performing politician, but Pepe is not just a performing politician. He's extraordinary. Maybe people say the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is extra. But that extra
is the main extra.
Pepe for second time. Thank you so much.